Hi, I'm Kenna West, and I'm going to talk to you about the professional dispositions that I think that I possess and that I need to work on. The first professional disposition that I think is going to make me a successful educator is honesty. That is something that I believe in wholeheartedly. It is part of my moral code, and I will do whatever it takes to be honest. I think that any relationship starts with honesty, and I feel like that's one thing that I am in full control over, is being honest with students, faculty, and people within the community. I think that is a huge part of being a professional educator. The second disposition I feel like I possess is respect for diversity. I live in a very diverse community, and that is something that I do not have a problem with. I actually embrace it. I think there is a lot to learn from different cultures and different aspects on life, and that is something that I feel that is going to make me successful, especially in my community. Fairness, I think that I am a very fair person. I take the time to get to know each one of my students individually. That's something that I love doing, and so I try to find something in each student that I can relate with in order to create that relationship that I think is necessary to be a good educator. Professional conduct. I think that's something that is extremely important no matter where you work, but especially when you are a role model in the community for the younger generations. I make sure that no matter where I'm at, if I'm at school or if I'm out at the grocery store or out to eat, that I'm conduct myself in a professional manner, because you just never know who's watching. And I think that I have seen other times where people in the community might not have done that, and I would never want to be that person. Reflection. I feel like this is a very strong point for me. I reflect daily, and I think that's a great way to grow, and within the last several years, I've really been able to do this pretty well, and I feel like this is going to really help aid me in growing as an educator and learning from my own faults and growing to be the educator that I want to be. Compassion. I have a lot of compassion. I think that is one thing that is going to make me a great educator. I have compassion for my job. I love the students. I love getting to know them. That is one of my favorite parts about teaching, is getting to know the students, and I love that, and I am great at that. Dedicated. I am dedicated to anything I love to do, and I love getting to know my students, and I love teaching. That is just part of who I am, and I think that you have to be dedicated in order to be successful, and I think that I have that down. The three things that I feel like I need to work on is curiosity. I feel like I am very curious. I'm creative in my thinking, but I feel like I don't do that for the students as well as I should. The second one is advocacy. I feel like I am a good advocate for the students, but I just don't have the knowledge base, I think, within the community to help aid them in the best ways possible. High expectations. I have high expectations for my students, but sometimes I feel like that might be too high. I feel like I need to do a better job at making the expectations realistic. I feel like a professional educator looks like someone who is honest and respectful, and that the students can respect. I think that the standards that guide their thinking and actions come from the moral code, and I think that a lot of the professional dispositions that I've just talked about come from your morals, and I feel like that is what a good educator looks like. They have a good moral base, and that they are someone that is respected within the community and by their students.